So, we are back. Sorry for the rather sudden ending on Thursday. I had developed a bit of a migraine and really needed to get some rest. Bright side, it worked, so I'm feeling a hell of a lot better now, but, you know, that last hour of the stream was less fun than I would ever wish on anybody, really. But yeah, we are, as you can see, back in hell. I have made no secrets on the fact that I despise Atlantica, both versions of it, really. And it's not because of the world or the movie it's based on or the characters. It's mainly just because, well, here the reason is I'm playing a level 1 run. Hey, Lucky, good to see you. Yeah, here I'm playing a level 1 run, although I just noticed before this, a lot of your companions are actually level 2, and Goofy starts 1 level higher no matter what. So technically, run invalidated, restart everything. No, I'm not doing that. But yeah, this place is not great. All of the movement tech, what little there is, I know of it, doesn't apply here. You kind of are at the whims of the swimming mechanic. You only have, essentially a quote-unquote grounded combo. You can't jump to make it faster, you just have the, lead pipe swing, basically. And you can't summon, at all. You can use magic, but you can't summon, which is less than ideal. Because, summons are how you get the big damage in this game, but nope, not here. I'm going to replace my Thunder with Fire Up for now, because it just deals more damage, so it's a better idea. And continue on this quest through Hell, which, funnily enough, is actually vitally important plot-wise. This world, despite not being my favorite, is very important. And I do like the enemy designs. The Heartless here look pretty cool. But, it's kind of... That's not that important when I don't find it fun to go through this place. But yeah, as you can see with Fire, or rather Fire Up, we are back to dealing pretty significant damage to whoever we hit with it. It does a decent chunk after doing a full combo. The problem is, underwater, you kind of have to deal with the fact that your full combos are going to be slower. So no matter what, you're kind of just going to have to deal with that. I'm not making things too easy on myself either, because you might have seen this, but Ariel, for some reason, has even less health than Donald, of all characters, which ordinarily I wouldn't think is possible. But as it turns out, it totally is. It is very possible to have an absolutely minuscule amount of health. I am reasonably sure she will die instantly if literally anything touches her. However, there is some good news. She has an absolutely insane amount of abilities equipped. She has Cure, she has Arrow, she has Haste, she has Rage, which basically all comes together to mean that, no matter what, she has a spell on hand. Yeah, it costs her MP, and she only has, I think, 2. Yeah, she has 2 casts. But she has options, which is cool. And her MP comes back pretty quickly if she gets any attacks in, which is what Spiral Wave is for. Second Wind basically guarantees that she won't die in 1 hit, no matter what. But yeah, she has options. It's pretty intense. considering the fact that so many other characters don't, and that's the main problem with them. Like, Goofy has cheer, and that's about it. Donald... Oh, poor Donald. He's got cure, but he won't ever use it for your benefit. He seemingly only ever uses it when he remembers he has it, which is very rare.
See ya.
Did she kill it? Yeah. Huh. Well, yeah, Ariel just straight up killed that Heartless. I am legitimately impressed. Come to my grotto. I want to show you something. There it is, see? Okay, I know that... Oh, right, the dolphin. We're gonna get pretty familiar with that dolphin really very soon. It's going to help us out a lot.
Heal.
I'm remembering why I don't like these jellyfish.
Fire. Come on.
Like, these things are relatively, like, really sturdy for no reason.
Fire.
Yep, there it is. First step of the run. Well, stream, anyway. Yep. That's all I needed. Right, now let's see. Whoop, that is not what I wanted. Can we... Ah, guess it's not a guaranteed. Nope, apparently it is a guaranteed spawn, and I just got really lucky there. Well, for a given value of the word lucky, right?
Come on.
Got it. I'm just going to continuously keep arrow on at all times if I have to.
Come on. Come on.
And that barely helped. Fantastic. Right, so I have changed my mind. We are replacing fire up once again with thunder. Let's see if that changes anything.
Wind. Come on. Thunder. 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 Come on.
Oh. Loving it. Yes, I get it. The grotto.
Come on. See ya. Fire.
So that's that nuisance done with. Hopefully they'll be able to... Well, right now I'm just gathering up MP bubbles to see if that's going to help us out at all. But no guarantees. And... that, maybe something good. Mega Ether, yes, very good. But... customize... thunder... Alright.
Thunder. Thunder. This should help.
Yeah, I do not like this world for a very good reason. Slightly petty reasons, but a good reason. Just give me 1 second. I have a text to deal with. Sorry about that, guys. else the sea wants to just throw at me. Excellent. Alright, let's open up the grotto. Look at all those. Look at all the wonderful things Flounder and I've collected. That looks really important. I think it's all from the outside world. Someday I'm going to see what's out there. I want to see other worlds. Does that sound strange? No, not at all. I used to feel the same way. Used to? I mean, I still do. Hey, why don't we try looking for that keyhole you were talking about? But your father said, oh, he treats me like a little girl. He never wants to let me do anything. He just doesn't understand. And there we have Sebastian the Narc. Alright, so if I'm remembering correctly, yep, there are some treasure chests that you can just freely open. Cottage. Torn page. It's for Winnie the Pooh. Or well, 100 Acre Woods, be more accurate, but we know who you're really going there to see. Let's not lie to ourselves here. Mega potion. Could have sworn there was supposed to be like a save point here, but maybe later. Alright, and are we going to exit only to immediately get hit with more underwater shenanigans? No.
Those impudent fools will never find the keyhole. But the girl could prove useful, and I've got the heartless on my side. Triton, my old friend, your day is coming.
You know, considering the fact that she's actively described as like a sea witch, I don't really know why she needs the Heartless. Like, I can't help but feel like she would be enough of a threat on her own. She doesn't need weird, nebulous, otherworldly demons to help her out. Like, I know a lot of her magic seems to be based entirely around people making deals, but still. I feel like she's powerful enough that she doesn't need weird marketable plushies as her minions, you know? Get that Mega Ether. It's going to come in mostly. Most likely, anyway. Useful later. Nope. Mushrooms. Don't really need to deal with them because I am not going to be doing a lot of synthesis on this. Oop. Oh, right. They technically count as enemies. There and then back in. See if that, well, it did help, just not as much as I would have liked it to. Like, one of those things on its own, no problem. You can kind of just delete it near instantly. It's not an issue. Get that thing surrounded by enemies, it suddenly becomes a bigger problem. Much bigger problem. There we go. Russ, how's it going? We are back in hell.
Come on! Fire! Come on! Fire! Come on!
Yeah, we're kind of all. Well, actually, you know what? I was about to say the entire party is shirtless, and then I realized, wait, if I had Goofy here, that wouldn't apply because he's a turtle. So he has a shell on the entire time. But yeah, no. Most people aren't expecting to deal with shirtless Donald, and then until they have to, you know.
Fire!
But yeah, I've made no secret about not liking this world, so let's hope I don't end up having a nervous breakdown by the end of it, but, you know, it could happen, so. Just go with the flow at this point. Donald, get out of the way.
Heal!
Like I said, a lot of the mechanics in the game aren't really designed to deal with the swimming you do in Nintendo. So the camera, more often than not, will just straight up position your team members directly behind you, making it impossible to see. Basically, anything. Why did they think a water level was a good idea? Well,
See ya!
you got me. I don't know. You wanna know the worst part about it, Oz? This world is, in my opinion, vitally important to the overarching story arc of Kingdom Hearts. Because there is a reveal here that, with like greater knowledge of the series, is like earth-shattering. It's insane. I'll point it out when it happens, and like I'll explain why when it goes down. It is legitimately one of those things where I saw it when I first played the game when I was like 5. And I was like, this world sucks, I don't like it. And then later on, I'm playing other games, specifically Birth by Sleep, and I get a couple of inklings of dialogue. It's like, yeah, I can see why a lot of things. Oh, right, this guy again. Wow. Ariel decided to get that thing out of the way. But yeah, I was playing Birth by Sleep, and there are lines in that game that make what happens here like earth-shattering in its importance to the greater like plot, essentially. And it's in the worst world of the first game.
See ya! Fire! Fire! Fire!
Like, if you told somebody that only played Kingdom Hearts 2 that Atlantica in 1 was incredibly important plot-wise, I guarantee you none of them would ever believe you.
Come on!
Go, Thunder Gem. Let's go open that up. Cottage. Pretty sure this is, yep, Tranquil Grotto. it's even worse than you think. It's not forced them to go through, like, a boring time or a bad world for important lore. It's lore that's only important with context from games that are much better than it. So it's even worse than what you're, like, pantomiming, essentially. Like, it's really bad. I'm, like, desperately trying to remember what I'm supposed to do. Yeah, this music's gonna get old very quickly. It's exactly what you think it is. It's just going to be, like, exactly this, really.
Fire!
Like, don't get me wrong, the battle track is actually pretty sweet. I like it. It's very chill. But, you know, the actual track of the world basically being a 5-second version of Under the Sea is going to get very old very quickly. You are correct in that assessment. Nope. This is the way I entered from, I'm pretty sure. Let's check. That's the way I entered from. Right. This way. Nope. Nope. Honestly, the worst part about this world is, since I dislike it as much as I do, it's a little difficult for me to... It's a little difficult for me to remember exactly what I'm supposed to be doing, right? Because I'm not a fan, so I kind of purge it from my memory whenever I have an opportunity to, which ends up biting me in the ass more often than I'd like to admit, but, you know. It's my own fault, so can't really blame anybody else on that. Right, can't do that because technically in combat.
Fire! Fire!
Can you fry jellyfish?
Come on!
Like, I know that's a stupid question, but I feel like it's one I have to ask, considering what I just did to that one.
Fire! 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 Come on!
Oh, hang on. A little quiet compared to the game. I'll fix that. Is that a little better? Do I sound better now? Yeah, there we go. Sorry about that. I was futzing around with some of the settings. Must have forgotten to turn that one back up a little. Ah yes, this area. Come on. There we go, Mega Potion. Alright, so... let's see, can I... probably not. Yep.
Come on. Heal. 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 Come on.
Damn it. All it takes in a run like this to die is to get, like, the tiniest bit too cocky. And yeah, you're suddenly dealing with every enemy that you didn't kill the last time you were through the, you went through the room.
Fire.
Yeah.
Come on.
Oh, by the way, here's a fun little fact. When an enemy, like, despawns and then respawns, they get their full health back.
This should help.
Full health bar.
Come on.
So yeah, this is hell. I have willingly trapped myself in this hell. Where are you? There you are.
Come on. Come on. This should help. Fire.
There's a reason most people recommend, like, your first level 1 run being the second game. Because it's a better game. Like, actively.
Fire. See ya. Fire. 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 Fire.
Alright, so that's most of the threats. I just need to deal with this one solitary one, which means that I'm going to screw this up. No, okay. Oh, no, more threats.
Heal.
I know some speedrunners that actively did, like, their first run of Kingdom Hearts ever was a level 1 run. Like, of this game, of this version of it, too. And they went like, yeah, how hard can it be? About an hour later, when they were learning everything, they got back to me and went like, okay, I understand some things now. Yeah, it's definitely a form of masochism. No other word for it, really.
Heal.
Okay, so here. Yep, there it is. Damn it.
Fire! Fire!
You gotta love the heal loop, as I call it, where the two of the three people in this party capable of using healing magic spend all their time healing each other, and not the one who, you know, if he dies, instantly causes you to restart the stage. Yep. They spend all their magic healing each other, only to instantly die a second later. And then I die, trying to... Yeah, why heal the party leader? It's the original version of Persona 3 all over again, where since your party was, like... You could only ever control the main character in the original version of P3. It basically led to situations where it didn't matter how good you were, how thoroughly you prepared, your party members were more than likely going to be the death of you. Like, there was just no other scenario. There was no scenario where that wouldn't be the case.
Fire!
It was guaranteed.
Fire! See ya!
Whether it be Mitsuru trying to use Marin Karin, a charm spell, on enemies immune to charm, or any other number of insanity. They do it. Because they know that ultimately it will piss you off. Yeah, it's infuriating. So is that, by the way. You have to interact with the dolphin in the first area so that, you know, it can spawn in the main area that you need it, so that it can swim against the current to bring you to this sunken ship. And no, that is not, like... There's no obscure note on a wall that you have to look into to figure that out. You just need to intuit, oh, there's a dolphin now, I should, like, get close to it and grab onto its fin. Huh? What is that thing? Well, can't reach it now, so... If only I could reach it. Yeah. Well, into the creepy abandoned pirate ship we go. That's not alarming. Hi, Bruce. Bye, Bruce. Its shape reminds me of something. Yeah, maybe the centerpiece in the middle of the grotto. Crystal Trident obtained. Yeah, but remember, people who played a lot of, like, old school games, like back, like, NES, Super NES era, that kind of stuff, they were kind of just built different. Like, I know that sounds kind of stupid to say, but, like, as a guy who semi-recently went through and replayed some of the older Final Fantasy games, believe you me, some of those are unintuitive does not begin to describe how insane stuff would get. Well, but they kind of just expected you to intuit what you needed to do anyway. Like, yeah, interact with everything, talk to everybody. Every NPC is important. Don't ignore anybody because they're going to be important. That kind of thing. It's just a difference in, like, in how games teach players how to play, right? Because I bet most of those, like, old school Final Fantasy players wouldn't even bat an eye at, like, that scenario I just described. Because why would they bat an eye? That's just normal. Like, you'd figure it out. You'd have to, eventually. It's either that or just never succeed. So you just eventually succeed, right? So yeah, this is just something that can happen. He can start rushing you over and over and over again until eventually he hits a wall, which stuns him for precisely not long enough to really matter. Like, what you're supposed to do is to, like, basically bull rush lead him into a wall. But to do a full combo, you get so invested that it's entirely possible that you're just gonna get smacked. Yeah, like that. There we go. That's our boy Bruce knocked out. And all that for a high potion and an ether. Wait, hang on. You saw some ducks on a dinner date on the way home? That's adorable. Good for them. Pretty sure I entered this way. nearly no clip through that wall, and I don't know what I did to cause that, but let's hope that that doesn't end up happening, because I do not want to test my luck with this particular game. I'm like 90% sure I'm gonna end up losing if that does happen. Here. They're following me all the way, aren't they? Yep. Pretty foolish of me to think that they would despawn, but
See ya.
you know, I've gotten lucky before.
Fire! Fire!
Here we go. Oh, come on. Okay, so you can interact with that, even in the middle of combat. I did not know that. I was reasonably sure that I was barking up the wrong tree on that. There's a shape here that looks just like that crystal you have. Thanks, guys. Not like I could have figured that out myself. Alright, here we go.
Ariel, you've disobeyed me again. I told you not to leave the palace.
Daddy, no! How could you?
Yeah, Goofy looks like his namesake.
Young man, you're not from another ocean. You're from another world, aren't you?
I mean, that's kind of the same thing, really.
You must be the key bearer.
How did you know?
You may fool Ariel, but you can't fool me. You don't know your dorsal fin from your tail. As the key bearer, you must already know one must not meddle in the affairs of other worlds.
Of course I know that, but
You have violated this principle. The key bearer shatters peace and brings ruin.
Oh, Sora's not like that.
I thank you for saving my daughter, but there is no room in my ocean for you or your key.
That's not the only thing he does, by the way, Oz. It's not just that he ruins his daughter's day and then berates a 14-year-old. He gets on the 14-year-old's case for having a magic weapon when he's running around with a nuke in the shape of a trident.
What a pity. If only there was something we could do. Wait, maybe she can be of some help. Yes, maybe she can be of some help to you.
who are you talking about?
Oh, she would surely help you. She'd make all your dreams come true. Ursula can help. Who called, my dear?
You're Ursula. Well, I was just wondering if...
It's all right. Helping others is what I live for. Let me guess. You wish to see other worlds. That shouldn't be too hard. After all, your new friends came from another world.
What?
But they had special help. That mysterious key. Now, cheer up, sweetie. You have something special, too.
Huh?
Now listen carefully.
All you need to do is go to your power-hungry father and steal the trident. Nothing can go wrong. Where did Ariel go? I want to go look for her, but I'm sort of scared.
these other worlds you long for.
I legitimately don't know how exactly Ariel pulled that off. Like, I have no clue how she was able to sneak Ursula into the palace like that, considering everything. Like, you'd think public enemy number 1 would have a very difficult time getting into the palace, and you'd think King Triton wouldn't let go of his trident. Like, ever. No matter what.
The trident is mine at last, and I couldn't have done it without your help, my dear.
Ursula, no! I didn't want this!
Why not? Aren't you tired of following your dear daddy's orders? Oh, yes. We had a deal, didn't we? Time for a little journey to the dark world of the Heartless.
We cannot find the keyhole. The keyhole is not here.
What? Why, we have company.
I'm still kind of quiet.
I'm afraid you're a
Hang
little
on.
late, handsome.
How about now?
Daddy!
The trident. We must get it back.
Come on, let's go! Wait. I'm going with you. My father is hurt and it's all my fault. I have to stop Ursula.
Can I talk a little more? Yeah, I can talk all day.
That's right. I'm right behind you, Ariel.
You know I can talk all day, Oz. I'm a blabbermouth. Ursula draws power from her cauldron. To defeat Ursula, you must strike her cauldron with magic. So that's a pretty big hint. Maybe like 2% better. Alright, give me just a sec. How about now? Is that better, or am I still coming in very quiet? Still quiet. Wow, okay. How about now? Still quiet, or can't tell the difference. Like, from what I'm seeing on OBS, I'm getting pretty close to the yellow here. Like, not peaking the mic, but... Hang on. Is that a little bit better? Wow, it's drowning me out, huh? Oh, that's better? Okay. Great, good to know. Do I need to lower myself and like just a little bit, or am I coming through all right? Nope, still good. All right, thanks. All right, back to hell, because depending on how this plays out, these next few fights might take a few tries, like no matter what. not dealing with that. Oh boy, I was actively expecting that thing not to die from the assault. Like most everything else in this game. Oh god, there's another one. Yep. There's no winning here. Either you can't swim fast enough and you get stuck fighting for your life, or you can swim fast enough, but they follow you, and you end up using up all of your magic just desperately trying to fight them off. There is no victory. Only desperation. And sometimes you miss attacks that you are like 90% sure should have hit, but didn't. Alright. Well, Ariel's awake. I can't wait for her to die in 2 seconds. You rat. I hate these things. I hate these things so much. Like, there is no... The only way to deal with them is to run as fast as you can. Like, there is no other way to deal with them. Just run. And I am not a big fan of problems where the answer is just run. That's boring to me. Like, personally. Like, I like problems where I have to get creative with the solutions I go for example. Yeah. When your only solution is run, it doesn't feel like you have an option at all. It feels like the game is just actively trying to screw with you, right? It gives me like the same bad taste in my mouth as, oh, you beat the fight, but the cutscene starts and you're like on your knees and dead already. Like, no, you not only did you not win, you didn't even get anywhere near winning. It was a pipe dream all along type of thing. It's like, why make me go through that fight? Why force me to win that fight if you're just going to rip the victory away from me like that? Like, I would have much rather just, like, lost the fight and gotten the cutscene anyway, right? Like, I gave this game... Oh, what happened to Sora? He's half dolphin now. No problem, Oz. Alright, is Bruce here? Yes, he is, which is annoying as all sin. Let's do this smooth and quietly so he doesn't immediately attack us. And he saw us. Oh no, he didn't. Cool. Come on. What about Donald? Not expecting him to decide to be a squid boy? It's Splatoon years early. swap forest, yeah. Ow. Ow. Alright. Move. Yeah, basically the only way to deal with Bruce when you're a coward like me is to force him to run into walls, like, consistently. Or, you know, just die. That's an option too. You'd think that. No. One of the most annoying enemies in this game is, like, is specifically in Atlantica, and I think it's called, like, the Aqua Tank. I've killed one, so it's going to be in the journal. I'll pull it up for you. Characters, Heartless. Yeah, Aqua Tank. These guys. So this is what they look like. They absorb lightning. Yeah, they... By the way, that's a lie. Its description in the journal is a lie, actively. Heartless resembling a fish that calmly swim the seas. They are often carrying screwdrivers, leisurely large creatures that do not attack unless provoked. They'll attack no matter what. These things want you dead. Those things want you dead, and the screwdrivers it is carrying around want you dead. So yeah, there's a reason I'm not packing like thunder right now. It's because if I did, it's kind of guaranteed that I'd die. Because I would just make it stronger. You'd be surprised. Some PS2 games are absolutely insane. Like, for real, insane. Most people wouldn't have thought that, Sorry, I'm trying to not die here. But, Final Fantasy X was a PS2 game. And 10 is huge. 10 has, like, a lot going on for it. Like, not all of it is phenomenal, but there's a lot going on in 10. That's a relatively late PS2 game, though, but still. There are also plenty of PS2 games, or rather, one in particular that I'm thinking of, that grades you actively as you're playing it. Well, that's actually another good example. San Andreas. The GTA games in general were kind of huge, just based on what they needed to do. I'm pretty sure I was at full health there and I instantly died. But yeah, that's just what you have to deal with. Anyway, yeah. GTA San Andreas is just one of those games that I think everybody has played at least a little bit of. Or at the very least, they know a little bit about it, right? Like, look, I haven't done anything yet. Yeah. Non-hostile is a lie. Those things will instantly try to kill you. Like, instantly. Hate those things. I so hate those things. Nope, don't want to be here. Weird. Now that I have to talk to you. Strange Bulger by the sunken ship. It has some kind of marking on it. Okay. So, if that ends up doing what I think it does. That could work. Like aggro range. But I actually personally think that it was just like badly coded. Because the answer to this like problem we're having on like its description being an outright lie is they just needed to put a toggle when they programmed it. Where the toggle is if attacked, attack back, become aggressive. It doesn't have that. It's instantly aggressive when it spawns in. That's what annoys me about it. It's the fact that its journal entry is actively lying to the player. And because the journal entries in a lot of cases are actually very informative and tell you a lot about how certain enemies act, then you'll start basing a lot of your knowledge on what they say, which can get you killed in this case. Like, that's the thing that bugs me. It's that if you listen to the journal, which the game usually encourages, why is it so fast? Because it has 3 screwdrivers carrying it around. I don't know why it's that fast. It's a nightmare. Like, it's the easiest fix in the world. Just put a toggle, make it so that if blank occurs, you know, attack happens. That's how the bosses are programmed. Like, actively, that's how the bosses are programmed in Kingdom Hearts 1. And 2. They have a system in place called revenge values, where if you beat on them too much, they will get angry and do like a desperation attack against you. Really? No. As long as it has one, it's going to kill you. No matter what. And if you kill any mob of enemies in this area, they'll instantly spawn in an aqua tank. So fighting literally anything here, I think, is a bad idea. And I can't grab onto the dolphin if there are any enemies. So, yeah. There is no winning this. I just have to get really lucky. I have to kill everything here without using any magic, and just blitz the aqua tank when it comes in. Oh, hey. It didn't immediately spawn in the aqua tank. Let's see if these make it spawn in. Yes, they are propellers. Okay, if I go down... Seriously? Okay, what if I just stick close to the dolphin? Will it... Really? I mean, for the longest time, I thought he was, like, half shark. And then I realized there's no way in hell that they would make a 14-year-old twink a shark. He's definitely supposed to be a dolphin. Alright, now we wait. Yeah, sharks are friendlier than dolphins. Like, just in general. Which is a weird thing to think about, but yeah. Welcome back, Oz. You missed basically nothing. All you missed was me getting my ass kicked in, like, a singular room. Alright, so if we're lucky, he won't show up, and I won't have to deal with him again. Need some help? I'll show you how it's done. And that right there is the ultimate use of Sebastian in this entire world. He narcs on Ariel, and then immediately turns his ass around and opens a door for you, and that's it. Would I say this follows every water level curse? I'd say it's worse. This is a water level that is bad, that is insanely important to the overarching, like, cosmology of Kingdom Hearts. Like, it's not even, oh, this level is bad, but if it were cut out, it would be fine. This level is awful. It plays pretty bad. When I get to, like, the big boss at the end of it, you'll see one of the worst aspects of it. I'm not even gonna lie to you guys, it's not great. Followed pretty immediately. Just realized I should probably do that. There we go. But yeah, no, this place isn't great. The only saving grace it has is the fact that, you know, you have Triton giving you some, honestly, really interesting, like, tidbits about how the Keyblade and the Keyblade bearers were looked upon by other people in positions of power. namely with, like, fear and almost revulsion on King Triton's part. What's worse than being cursed is being, like, narratively really important and being awful to play. Do I have to? Yep, I have to start all the way back here. So what I'll do is I'll just beat them up. Grab the bubbles. That should give me more magic. Not much more, but more. This fight's not great either. This fight's not as bad as it gets, but this fight's not great. Because you'd probably figure, like, okay, I just need to attack Ursula. No. You are actually supposed to attack the cauldron in the middle of the room with magic, which will cause it to, like, erupt. Yeah. We love swimming in the body of some big-ass eel and hearing the Little Mermaid theme. Here in the stomach of this Leviathan, under the sea, am I right? Oh, right. Ursula also 100% has the power to just revive Flotsam and Jetsam. So I hope you don't kill them both, because she will just bring them back. Also, call me crazy, I was unaware that they could talk. I just never knew they could talk. Thanks, Ariel. That would have been really helpful in the next room. Nope. Cutscenes make it go away. I would love nothing more than to not have to deal with this, but again, it's important. I mean, technically we already got through, like, the really important part of the story, which is... yeah, this fight's ass. Like, it's 3v3, but they're not, you know, under the same constraints I am under, you know? Which automatically kind of makes it different. Yeah, and she can just spin. She can spin to win forever. It'll never stop. Ever. Well, it will, eventually, when she decides to just kill you. But, you know, it can take forever to get to that point. Yeah. They give you, like, I think exactly one ability for free in this game, and it's dodge roll, which you can't use in this fight. You can't, because it's, you know, it's mapped to square on PlayStation, it's mapped to X on, like, Xbox and Steam. Which is how you swim downward. So yeah, what you just saw, that was me getting extremely lucky and have, like, Ursula swim directly into the path of, like, the fireballs. Because in any other situation, it would not have gone that smoothly. I got really lucky during that last fight. I don't think I'm gonna get that lucky again. Yeah. I think the thing that actively annoys me is that... Whoa, what the hell? And... Game crashed. Yep. Don't you just love that? Even if that fight had been going amazingly, which it wasn't, by the way. It wasn't. Uh, they can just decide, no, we're taking it from you, and crash the game. Yeah, that seems entirely fair. I don't know about you, but that seems more than fair. Yeah, the game crashed. Yeah. Like, don't get me wrong, that would happen back on like the PS4 and 5. That would just happen. Like, no matter what. Every once in a while it would just crash. But still, the fact that it's happening in a fight that I already don't like is hilarious. It can just happen. It can just happen. Should I try Thunder instead? Because I'm pretty sure Fire, or, well, Fire Up, is the better option, but I don't know. Alright, so let's see if this changes literally anything. I can't even do it from this menu. From this area, sorry. Nah, stop wouldn't work. I know that for a fact. Oh boy. No, do not. Okay. So I don't think Thunder did any better there. You can spam fire spells. You can't spam lightning spells. Which results in a pretty decent difference between... come on. This fight sucks. I've said it before. I can say it again many times as you need me to. This fight is awful. Whoever came up with it was the most vile person in the room at Square. Like, you can't design something like this and be well. This was birthed by, a sociopath. It had to be. Nope. Let's try that. It might help out. It might not, but let's find out. No, I should have left and then come back. What hit me? No, seriously, what hit me? Ursula wasn't attacking. Fluxman Jetson's, he hadn't attacked yet. Did I suffer a heart attack? What happened? I'm very confused. I have no idea how that happened. I don't know, do you guys see something I didn't? Because I didn't see anything there. This game is actively trolling me now. I'd locked on to the cauldron, and it actively decided, no, you don't get to hit it. Because I turned around mid-fire and shot it directly into the wall. Like, this game is now actively deciding, no, you don't get to do anything. You call me crazy. I don't think that's fair. Come on, come on. So normally it would be. The boss health would be displayed. The problem is I don't have scan. Because you learn scan via level up in this game. Why did they think that scan, what I would describe as pretty damn critical ability, needed to be a level up unlock? I don't know. I don't know. And I think not knowing will be the death of me one day. Because they gave you dodge roll. Dodge roll is an ability you just receive for beating guard armor. The very first boss in the game. You just get it. But not scan. I'd appreciate scan. I'd really appreciate scan. Yep. Locked behind level ups. Completely. It's even better than you think, by the way. Because in 2, they learned their lesson. Beating bosses doesn't give you experience points in 2. It gives you abilities. It gives you abilities and very rarely items. Unless it's like the final boss of the world, in which case you usually get like a keyblade. Usually. But yeah. Ain't that a kick in the teeth? They outrun you. They outrun you. They're faster than you are. They kill you in 2 hits as long as you're not at maximum health. No, that doesn't help. That doesn't help. That doesn't help. Nope. Maybe, but probably not. Nope. They're not Homelander. No, no they're not. Let's not go that far. Well, I definitely wouldn't mind some spaghetti right now, Oz. I have this weird feeling like that's not meant for me. Oh boy, okay. I appreciate it, bud, but I've got food. Thanks, though. let's see if we can make this work.
See ya. See ya. Fire. Fire. See ya.
Is not a single one of those hitting? Yeah, not a single one of those is working. I wouldn't exactly call it that, Oz. I would, however, call it a bubbling cauldron of evil, but, you know. Yeah, we do love automod. It censors a lot of things. Last stream it censored the word finger, believe it or not. Automod is crazy for a lot of things, let's be real. That's all I'm saying. All I'm saying is that Automod is crazy for a lot of things. Come on, come on. Stop spinning, you sociopath. Move, move, move. One. Two. Is it 3 or 4 that causes it to, like, erupt? Okay, it is apparently 3, but who knows? One. Well, they are going to town on Flotsam and or Jetsam. Oh, come on. Oh, come on. Really? Really? That was enough to take me out. I run around in circles, going super careful, and one errant shot was enough to take me out. Alright. Sure, why not? I feel like I'm trapped in purgatory, man. This fight is not even as bad as it gets, I'm pretty sure. And it's already awful. Like, what chance does the actual final boss of this world have if this part of it is causing so many problems? there are enemies that have certain weaknesses to magic. It's just that Fyra slash Blizzara are my strongest magic spells at the moment. So yeah, I'm kind of just stuck on that. So what we're going to do is give up. No. Don't get me wrong, that'd be funny. If that's how I couch that, but no. Let's return to town and give it to him. The torn page we found. I would 100% level up in another area. If I could level up. Which I can, and that's the problem. So what I'm going to go do is I'm going to go run around and do random things. Under the insane idea that maybe, just maybe, I'll be able to find something that'll give me more magic. Because as things stand, this is a nightmare. Oh, by the way, new place opened up in, Traverse Town. Geppetto's. Here you'll find Pinocchio and his old man. Pinocchio? Hey, it's Sora. Well, hello, Sora. How did you get here? A man named Leon helped us. He even got us this house to live in. I don't know how I'll ever repay his kindness. Say, I hear you three are fighting the Heartless. I thought I might be able to help you, so I made this. Obtained Geppetto. For us? But of course, Pinocchio and I can't thank you enough. We'll do anything we can to help you. Scappetto. That's a great pseudonym. The Wishing Star. So this is another Keyblade. Show you what it is. It is slightly weaker, and it is, I think, as short, or maybe a little shorter. Yeah, it's a little shorter. But every finisher from it is a critical hit. So we're going to use this wooden one for a bit and see if that changes anything right off the bat. Yeah, it looks like trash, but, who cares? Father's really interested in the gummy blocks. I'm being good even without Jiminy's help. But yeah. Yeah, okay. If you talk to Geppetto... Ah, Sora, look what I've cooked up this time. Obtained Sid. There you go. Thanks, Donald. Those gummy blocks are very curious. I'd like to experiment with them a bit. The more, I think, either blueprints or just gummy blocks in general you find, he'll give you free blueprints that you may or may not be able to build, but, that's not really that important in the grand scheme of things. What is important is the fact that he gives them to you and you could have a use for them. So use them. Yeah. Like I said, it's shorter, but every final hit is a critical hit, which means it deals, like, I want to say 1.5 to 2.0 damage. Yeah, it basically doubles your strength. Which doesn't mean anything, because our strength is still, you know, dog water, but... Bring a wooden item in the water, yes. It's magic wood. The rules change when magic gets involved. No Yellow Trinity yet? Got it. Nope. No, thanks, Alice. Okay. That's weird. I would have figured... Oh, right, I have to go here first. There he is. Tiny Sora. Are you guys ready for some existential horror?
Hi there. What's wrong?
Nothing. Just thinking.
Oh,
I was thinking of how to say goodbye to Pooh.
Pooh?
Yes?
Wait a second. You're Pooh?
Yes, I'm Winnie the Pooh. Pooh for short. Who are you?
I'm Sora.
Oh, hello, Sora. Have you come to say goodbye to Pooh, too?
Well, no. Why would I do that? We've only just met.
Because everyone's gone away.
What do you mean?
Well, we all lived here in the 100-acre wood. And we'd take walks together. Or play Pooh sticks. And every day, I'd eat some honey. Just one small smackerel would taste very good right now.
Pooh is not dying.
Oh, everyone is gone.
When the pages got ripped out of the
All
book,
friends, and my favorite honey tree, too.
like,
Everyone
his
is
friends
gone away.
associated with the pages kind of got ripped away too.
So, who knows? Maybe I shall end up going away somewhere as well. But I wonder, how do I say goodbye to myself? Think. Oh, my tumbly is getting rather rumbly.
Ah, there it is. Mithril shard. Owl. Have we met before? Welcome to the 100-acre wood. Riveting.
Fire!
Then I could eat my fill.
You guys saw that, right? How he clipped through the pot of honey? Just rob him of that elixir. Yeah, he's itching for the honey. Yeah, he totally no-clip through things to get honey. 100%. Let me guess, you'd like to know what happens next. Unfortunately, some of the pages are missing, so I can't tell you yet. The pages are scattered over many worlds. Would you find them for us? Well, I found one, so... Yeah. Well, no, Mr. Sanders has a Sanders? Saunders? The name on top of, like, where he lives.
No. Is anyone there?
There's Piglet.
What am I to do? I'm all alone. Pooh! Pooh! Where are you? It's me, Piglet.
Piglet's the best, man. It's a giant. And there he goes.
Oh dear, I was just, never mind. I'm sorry.
Because him being small works really well with the anxiety idea.
You know, Pooh.
Bro's an ankle biter. That's a really good way of putting it.
You see, I have something for him. I have to take it to Pooh right away. Oh, Pooh!
Oh, I believe I smell a delicious something. A something like honey.
Pooh!
Hello, Piglet. How have you been?
You achieve the Piglet build by becoming
Glad to see you.
a book character.
I thought you'd gone away.
Also, yes, Benjamin Button syndrome.
What? What you asked for?
Thank you, Piglet. Now I can finally have some honey.
Really? But how?
I shall hold on to the balloon and fly like a bee up the honey tree, see?
What if you take their honey? Won't the bees be angry?
Oh,
Hadn't exactly gotten that far in the planning stage, I guess. If you could only chase away those bees, I'm quite certain I could get a small morsel of honey. Would you help me get some honey? Should I help Pooh get some honey? Sure, maybe later. Secret third option. No, he has a problem. Get him some help. Oh, hello there, Al. Good day, Pooh. What are you doing? Using a balloon to get some honey? Splendid idea. Not how I'd describe it. Allow me to offer a few pointers. Now, Pooh can get honey by floating up this tree with his balloon. The honey is inside the tree hollows, not the beehives you see here. There's quite a lot of honey in these holes. Phrasing. If Pooh gets too close, the bees will come out to protect their honey. If they get to Pooh, they'll pop his balloon, lock onto the bees, and swat them away. The more time Pooh has at each hollow, the more honey he can eat. There's more honey higher up too. If jumping from branch to branch proves difficult, try the rush command. Rush can help you catch up to Pooh quickly, but it isn't fully reliable. Good luck. Alright, minigame time. Okay, I still have high jump. I always forget whether or not I do. Nope. Can I cut Pooh out of the sky? No, I can't. That would be really funny, but no, I can't. Just snipe him out of the air. Shoot him down. Camera, camera, thank you. But yeah, this minigame is a lot less complicated than like it's described to you as. I say, having just completely screwed it up. Yep, screwed it up. Pop. Later. Yeah. You have to do it for 2 minutes, basically. If I was going for 100% completion, I would be furious right now, but I am not doing that. Because I am not fighting Sephiroth at level 1. I mean, must have been peak back in 2002. I mean, to be fair, there is still a lot of whimsy to seeing this kind of thing, like, now, you know? Like, having the original voice actors just talking to you. It's cute. Granted, you know. Yes. If I'm remembering correctly, he's also Darkwing Duck. He's not just Winnie the Pooh. Jim Cummings has, like, range. Like, insane range. $192 honey.
It is rather funny what I will do for honey.
He says like he was the one dealing with the problems. The torn page turned into a new item. Obtained Nature Spark. Okay. Nature Spark is fantastic to get in a regular playthrough. Alright, since we only have the one page for now, can't really continue that. What we can do, however, is speak to the Fairy Godmother. Oh, another summon gem? Let's help this little one. Here we go. Bibbidi Bobbidi Boo and Dumbo. And Bambi. If you find any more of these stones, bring them to me. Not please bring them to me. Not you probably should. Bring them to me. It's an order now. It's a command. I'm not gonna do a sacrifice. I'm not going to do honey for the honey god. No, I'm not doing that. That's asking for something to go wrong. I'm not slaughtering the doe. It's not Bambi's mom, it's Bambi. Because Bambi is absolutely fantastic as a summon. What's synthesized? Yeah, why not? I'll show you guys what Bambi can do and you'll understand. Bambi does two things. Bambi gets you items, and Bambi gets you bubbles. That's it. That's all Bambi does. Bambi essentially gets you infinite magic. That's Bambi's utility, infinite magic. Dumbo, on the other hand, different story. But yeah, that's what those two do. And Dumbo's going to come in handy in certain fights, because Dumbo's attack, which is literally just imaginatively called Splash, is basically a water-based flamethrower. It's taking a fire hose to whoever you're hitting with it. And if you do it after a full combo, every tick of damage is multiplied. So it does a frankly absurd amount of damage. Like, it's really funny how much damage it does. Alright. Yep, I'm risking it. I'm going right back to Olympus Coliseum. I know that last time we were here it did not go great. But, you know, doing it opens up a lot of options for us, so might as well, right? Oops. I don't know why rule number 95 would be concentrate, but sure. The traumatized child offers infinite MP 100%. Would you argue against it? Are you going to be the one to tell Bambi, no, you do not get infinite MP, go away? Are you taking that evil on your own back? Carry that weight? No, of course you're not. You're gonna let the child have what it wants.
Come on. That's the power of the Keyblade.
I think that's the Final Fantasy X, like, victory pose. 10? No, not 10. Yeah, not 10. I believe it's 8. The Final Fantasy 8 pose.
That's the power of the Keyblade.
And that's Final Fantasy 7. Like, that I know. That I don't need help with. I know that one intimately well. I've seen it thousands of times. An absurd number of times. I'm currently replaying through Final Fantasy VII, like on my downtime. That's not a win pose I need help identifying. I know it well.
Thunder. Come on.
It's in the remake too, only in the Colosseum though. Or very rarely after fights. But yeah, he'll spin the Buster Sword in his hand and, like, lean it on his shoulder. James Woods!
I'll blow. Just take him out.
The great god of the underworld is afraid of a kid?
And Vincent Cloudentine.
But my contract says...
I know! You think I don't know? I wrote the contract! I know it says you're only required to kill Hercules in this tournament. But you gotta fight that kid to get to him. Come on. Hey, it's like that old goat says. Rule number 11. It's all just a game. So let loose and have fun with it.
Murder that child for fun and profit, Cloud. Do it. Don't be a coward. Why is Cloud here? Because he's a mercenary. And Hades, like, hired him. That's literally why.
Him are hard to come by.
You know who that is? The big one.
Thunder. Thunder.
Oh, come on.
Heal. Heal. Heal.
Cloud is from Final Fantasy VII. Yes. Final match, Cloud. This one you can lose. You can 100% lose this fight.
That's the best you can do? That's the best you can do?
There it is. I don't really think you get anything for winning that fight. Going in with the white flag. Get stepped on, Cloud.
Oh, right. There was one other rule. I forgot. Accident happened.
He does. He also cross-dresses in the original game.
Hey, Phil! Get them out of here!
Whew, that was close. That was Cerberus, the Guardian of the Underworld. Herc should be able to handle him, but then again, maybe not. This doesn't look good. But yeah, he cross-dresses in the original, and it's treated like a joke in the original, unfortunately. But in Remake, he cross-dresses and it's treated with a lot more respect. Kid, you're not entering the arena, are ya? This ain't just some match, this is for real. I'm not afraid. You can decide if I'm hero material or not. Careful, kid. But yeah, he cross-dresses in the remake, and depending on how you do in like the mini games leading up to it, suffices to say, slays. He slays in that dress. Yep, 100%.
Kid, I got 2 words of advice for you. Attack!
Damn it, come on. I'm fishing for a full combo. Of course I agree. Like, have you seen him in that dress? He kills it. He does. He totally does, like... It's treated a bit like a joke, but he does get that, that one line of, nailed it, I know, thank you, moving on. Because Tifa's starstruck when she sees him in the getup, which, let's be fair, you would be too. These seem like unfairly targeted towards just Sora. Why am I bringing Donald and Goofy for the ride if they're just gonna stand there and let this happen? This seems a little unfair. Okay, finish that attack. Oh, come on. Damn it. Whoa. Don't know how that happened, but alright. The horse's name is Spirit, yes. Like Spirit of the West? Yeah. That horse is named, like, legitimately Spirit. Not a great movie, but also not the worst one I've ever seen, so. It gets a pass. On quality is what I'm saying. Whenever you guys want to wake up, so that I can, like, summon Genie and solve part of this problem. Okay? That's the one who died, like, recently is the one that got up. Donald, there we go. Let's go, Homer. So yeah, like I said, Genie with damage storage is legitimately insane, because he will just delete certain bosses. Like, for example, Cerberus. Granted, Cerberus has less HP than the Cave of Wonders, I believe. Obtained Inferno Band.
Thus, I do hereby dub thee junior heroes and confer upon thee full rights and privileges to participate in the game. Further,
Hey, what do you mean, junior heroes?
you rookies still don't understand what it takes to be a true hero.
It is not Robin Williams. We talked about this in the last episode. It's Dan Castellaneta. It's Homer Simpson voicing him.
Just the way that I did.
No problem. We'll start by proving ourselves in the games.
There ain't gonna be any games for a while. Gotta clean up the mess from that last battle first.
Okay, we'll be back.
I don't think that was it. I don't think it was a question of money.
I still can't believe that squirt actually beat Cerberus.
Just between us, I'd already worn Cerberus down by the time the little guy jumped in.
My lips are sealed.
Obtained hero license. Yeah, that's what I think happened. I think it was a scheduling conflict. Because we know for a fact that Robin Williams loved video games. Like, legitimately, he loved video games. Legend of Zelda specifically, considering how he named his daughter Zelda. Dark but true. What'll happen if it goes out? Let's find out.
Deep freeze. See ya.
Really?
Deep freeze. Deep freeze.
So I legitimately don't know if this is going to end up doing anything. Because this is one of those things that I just never did every time I played the game. But who knows, it might be cool. Okay. Oh, there we go. The random treasure chest. Alright. Holy G. Alright, Cloud, what do you want to say?
Hey, are you alright?
No, I get stepped on by a dog.
So, why did you go along with him anyway?
I got actually Goomba stomped. It sucked.
I'm looking for someone. Hades promised to help. I tried to exploit the power of darkness, but it backfired. I fell into darkness, and I couldn't find the light.
You'll find it.
I hate this interpretation of Cloud so much.
For your light?
Like, I always have, I'm not even gonna lie.
Don't lose sight of it.
How about a rematch sometime? Fair and square, no dark powers involved.
I think I'll pass.
Sonic Blade. No, they can rematch here too. Believe it or not. Nope.
He's strong. He's kind. He's always there for you. And he's handsome to boot. He's perfect. Perfect. Perfectly infuriating. He makes me crazy. Wait a minute. What are you worried about? All the pieces are in place. Relax. Whoa, 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 whoa. Here's what you do. Let Hercules train the kid. In the next games, I'll take care of them both. Who invited you to the party? Stay out of this. This is my show.
As you wish. Fight to your heart's content.
There's a tournament being held at the Coliseum. I hear there's a great reward for the winner. Yep. You have to leave to come back. I want to at least try the Phil Cup. Because as you can see here, 2 of the 3, technically 4, tournaments are already up. You have the Phil Cup, the Pegasus Cup, the last one is the Hercules Cup, and then spoiler, there's the Hades Cup on top of that. Yeah, average soul quest, you're absolutely right. Go and compete, it'd be great to face you. You only fight him in the Hercules Cup. Well, Hercules and Hades, but you know how it is. Will not open. Are you serious? Know the rules. Phil Cup. Enter together. Alright, let's go. Ah. Alright. Alright, so that's that one. Not great. I hate this matchup. So yeah, that fights like that where you're surrounded by enemies that will absorb the attack you want to use sucks. Surprise. Insert shocked Pikachu JPEG here, I guess. Donald's dead. Surprisingly no one. Oh, and Goofy's dead too. That's actually a bit more of a surprise, because, you know, he's not infallible, but usually a little bit more reliable than that. Yeah. Fight the boot. Red Nocturne, Yellow Opera. It's always the yellow operas. That's my problem. Oh, come on. Ah, damn it. Lightning in the back. But yeah, that's the way it is, unfortunately. So what we're going to do is we're going to Spookyville. Because at least here we'll be able to summon. Welcome to Halloween Town. The aesthetic of Halloween Town is my favorite. It does have one major problem. The Tumblr Man. This sure is a spooky place. I'll bet the people here are scary looking too. Don't worry, we look spooky. We look spooky too. Spooky. Jesus. If they scare us, we'll scare them right back. You think so? But yeah, like, the aesthetic here is great. I'm just gonna move my head a little bit. Even changes your icon. Like, it's great. Well, Kill them. Except don't, because you can't lock on to any of them. And if you swing, take no damage. They're there. They're real. Like, you can see I can't run past them. But they aren't enemies. Yet. Because let's be real, you guys probably already figured it out. They're not enemies yet, but they certainly will be soon. Power up. I've already admitted to myself and to everyone else that my pride only has, like, so high it can go. I'm fine with using the power up items. The power up, defense up, stuff like that. I'm fine with it. I'm not going to say it invalidates a level 1 run when technically speaking it's, again, already invalidated because Goofy starts a level higher than you no matter what. Donald is always either at your level or 1 level lower until you get to like 100, in which case everyone kind of balances out, obviously, because there's no level 101. But Goofy is always 1 level above you, and I think 2 levels above Donald. Since you can't be level 0, you know. A mummy, a vampire, and a Frankenstein's monster. I have bad news, by the way, guys. It's not Jack.
Bravo, Jack! Bravo! Those ghosts will be a big hit at this year's Halloween.
Thank you. But their movement still needs work. It's not scary enough. I want to strike bone-chilling terror. I'm going to consult the doctor.
Then I'll go attend to the decorations.
Right, open up the gate to Jack's place. Go under here. There's a chest. Nooks and crannies. JRPGs. You know how it goes. Well. I think you get something if you do it like 3 times or something like that. There is like, yeah, there it is, an elixir. There's a method to my madness, there always is. Whether or not it's worth it, different story. To Finkelstein's lab, where he's doing inhumane experiments.
Was damaged in the explosion.
Nonsense. My devices are always perfect.
Oh, I've got it. Why, of course. The heartless need a heart. Doctor, do you think we can add a heart to that device?
Certainly. A heart's not all that complicated. Let's get to work.
To make a heart, first take a container with a lock.
We need the key to this thing first.
You're really gonna unlock it for them? Why not? If they succeed, we won't have to fight the Heartless, right? Besides, I want to see the Heartless dance too. Sora. Dude. Come on. Don't you? No, not really. Yeah, thanks, Donald. Oh god, I'm on Donald's side. Oh no. I want off this wild ride.
My, that was amazing. And you are...
Sora.
Well done, Sora. I'd like you to be a part part of this year's Halloween.
What's this Heartless doing here?
Oh, the Heartless came to town just recently. What's frustrating is I can't get them to dance with me. So, the doctor and I are trying to improve the guidance system. He's quite a genius. Okay, doctor, let's continue. The ingredients for a heart. Pulse. Emotion.
Terror.
Fear. Hope and despair. Mix them all together, and we have a heart.
Maybe we're missing some ingredients. Let's try adding memory. Sally? Sally! Good for nothing girl. Don't know why I bothered creating her. Sally's got the memory we need. See if you can track her down.
No problem. Sora, would you like to come along?
Sure.
Alright. You know how this goes, except... Do I remove Donald or do I remove Goofy? For check. I'm going to remove Donald. You were asking a question I have been asking my entire life. Yeah, no, that's accurate, though. Jack is really tall in the movie. He, like, towers above Sally. And Sally herself isn't exactly small. Alright. You know how it goes. Rob them. Examine the bookshelf. Torn page! Guess what? More Winnie the Pooh shenaniganery coming up. Sally should have the memory, in massive quotation marks, we need. But she's not here. Where could that girl be? Considering how every world is like 5 screens, I have this weird feeling we'll find her eventually. You know, thinking about it,
Jack, we have a major crisis. The Heartless are completely out of control. We can't.
add that to the list of words you're apparently not allowed to say. Could be worse.
Stop them!
Maybe our experiment triggered something. Everything will be...
Actually, that's a good question. In my own mind, anyway. Oz, would you mind writing crotchety for me? Like, I want to see if it catches that, too. Because that would be funny if it did. Nope. Works just fine. Huh.
Be fine, Mayor. You have nothing to worry about.
So there is a detail I like here. Yeah. Well, you'd be surprised, right? Automating this kind of thing leads to problems that nobody can really foresee. So, you know, goods in the take the wins with the losses. So there's something I really like about this. Certain textures are like designed to look like molded clay almost. Like it's not 100% accurate, but they did make an attempt to match the aesthetic of the movie, and I can really dig that.
Come on! Thunder! 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 Thunder!
Okay, that was nearly really bad. Ow. Well, Jack's down. And now that he's kneeling on the ground, he's about level with Sora. Right gem. Really? Straight out of the air. But yeah, while I'm not the biggest fan of these Heartless, I will admit that their design like works perfectly for Halloween Town. They even have a, it's a very slight redesign, but it is a redesign.
You can do it.
Where they do the same thing I was just mentioning. They look more like they're made from claymation. It's, again, not a perfect effect, but they tried, and I can appreciate the fact that they tried. The graveyard. Let's check this place too once the Heartless here are out of the way. Right. Well, that guy got wombo comboed into a corner. Poor guy. Like, do you see the difference that, like, one tier of magic does? Like, I sunk, I want to say, like, 3 thunders into one of the poltergeists, and they didn't die after doing, like, a full combo.
Zero, have you seen Sally anywhere?
But Fire's way faster.
Is something wrong, Jack?
No, everything's going great. We're going to have the best Halloween ever. All we need now is your memory.
Memory? You mean this?
Tain't Forget-Me-Not.
Jack, I have a
Bad feeling about this.
Why don't you try something else? There's still time.
Nothing could beat what I've got planned. Once we give the Heartless a heart, they'll dance just as I envisioned. Trust me, you're going to love it.
Actually, thinking about it, I don't think I've ever seen Jack's walking animation before. How does he somehow look goofier than Goofy and Sora when he's just walking normally? Fear. Just utter fear. Anyway. His knees are so pushed forward. They are. He's like a raptor. I mean, when you run, he takes massive steps. Like, he doesn't run, he power walks. Like, they did not forget that. Sounded familiar. Simpsons VA? Okay, which one? Lock, shock, or barrel? I'm wondering if they're even in the journal yet, because we didn't technically meet them. Dumbo, Bambi, Hades, Pinocchio, Geppetto. Locke is the one with the devil mask. He's like the leader. Shock is the girl. And Barrel is... Let's be real, he's the idiot. He's the moron of the group. They keep him around because he's easy to make fun of. Like, you know that's why they keep him around. Alright, good news. Got the Forget-Me-Not. Yes, this is it. Now just one more ingredient. We need surprise, quotation marks, to complete the heart. The mayor should know where it is. Why would the mayor know where it is? The mayor can't do anything himself. It's been a while since I've seen the movie, but I love the movie. I know that for a fact. Look, what?
That bonehead Jack is really making a heart. I'll be jiggered. That works for me. Ooh, when I get my hands on that. Well, I've got no hands, but I'm still gonna nab that heart and control the heartlet.
You were gonna say something wild. What were you gonna say? Was it really bad? That wheelchair is super loudly mixed, by the way. Like I'm wearing headphones. I'll allow it. But I'm not surprised that that one got caught. I'm not gonna lie, I am 100% not surprised that one got caught. Whoa. Did he just power slide into those heart? You know what? I don't know why I'm surprised. I've never seen that animation before. Let it be known, I'm still finding things out about this game. Well, that had to happen eventually. This place is technically ranked as harder than, you know, Atlantica. But at least here I have full control over my own movement, and I don't have to worry about random bullshit killing me instantly. Oh my god, it is Qbert, you're right. Like, I'm thinking about it? Yeah, that's Qbert. No wonder I don't like him. That's right, Qbert. I said what I said. discount clone of the professor. Yeah, very prominent in Rugrats. I'm joking, by the way. I don't actually hate Qbert. It's just funny to think that somebody's like comically prejudiced against a specific. I think Tommy Pickles. Am I right? Please tell me I'm right. Or is it Chuck? Phil and Ill. Oh yeah, wow. Phil and Lil. Sorry. Yeah, that checks out, doesn't it? It's really funny. I don't think about Rugrats ever. Ever. But every once in a while, somebody will like mention something, and my brain gets like shot back to when I was 5 or something. It's great. Like I was talking to my friend about like Godzilla the other day, and for some reason both of us just like at the same time mind linked and went like, you want to know who Godzilla should fight? Reptar. Ghosts rise from those tombstones. Check the tombstones in the order the ghosts appear. If you get it wrong, you're in for a surprise. Whoa. Splendid. Now go look at the pumpkin. Is the he's 12 aimed at Qbert? Like, why do you hate him if it's Jack in the Box for surprise? The reason we hate Qbert is basically summed up exactly by what Oz is saying right there. He's constantly like shown / we're told that he's an incredibly intelligent character. So when we see him do really stupid things, we get annoyed. Like the professor gets away with it. The professor is clearly, how do I put this delicately, not all there. Yes. Oh, 100%. To like, both of your statements are 100% correct. IQ does not translate to emotional intelligence. That comes with like wisdom, age, experience, just a lot of stuff really. And also, yes, the professor does in fact think that flames make the ship go faster. He is an orc from Warhammer 40k, except slightly less insane. Oh my god, he's a senile version of Shar Aznable. I never put that together. The professor is also like a self-admitted mad scientist. Like that's how he describes himself. Like, you know, you can't exactly go like, you can't exactly trust what he has to say about a lot of stuff when he actively describes himself as insane. Let it be known I am trying very hard to split my concentration between staying alive and, like, this conversation. Yeah, well, to be fair, Oz, would you not be proud of owning a wall of doomsday devices? Like, I think that just makes sense. Let's be real here. You gotta have hobbies, mad science or not. Yeah, there you go. The difference is, those rosaries, I'm relatively sure anyway, won't spell the end of mankind as we know it. Jesus. Way to go, way to go, Jack. Just brought gravity down on them. Just infinite mass on their heads. Yeah, as long as they're not actively being used, I think we can let them have them. Now, I wouldn't trust them not to use them, but, you know. At that point, that's for Zap Brannigan to figure out, and we all know he's not going to do anything. He's too busy pioneering meat shield techniques to worry about doomsday devices on a wall.
You can do it.
Jesus. I was not expecting him to just pop up like that. It's a time bomb. You have to pull the cross at the end and then throw the rosary, and it's an explosive. I'm pretty sure I've seen a parody that, like, does exactly that. Nope. Come on, lock onto what I want you to lock onto. There we go. I have been watching anime. Rewatched the 97 version of Berserk semi-recently. It's still great. Still fantastic. Still makes me really annoyed about the 2016 version. Like, really annoyed. Doc, I got good news and bad news. The good news is, I got the surprise. The bad news is, they're at the front door. They're knocking on the gates as we speak. Yes, this is it.
This time it's sure to work.
It explodes instantly. Roll credits. Jack, I think if you walk after them, you'll catch them. Their tiny little legs are not going to carry them, like, all that far. Alright, fine. I'll go. Not like if they were going to do anything.
We lost them.
Yeah, there's the best dog.
After them, quick!
Well, Bungo Stray Dogs is just a good show. Like, period, right? So at the very least, you got quality out of that curiosity, you know? Slash obsession. Right? That damn bathtub. Well, you didn't know, right? You can't hold yourself accountable for, like, having not watched it when you straight up didn't know that it was that good.
See ya. Fire. Fire.
Like, Like, that's the same thing I keep having to tell my friend. Like, yes, there's a lot of really good stuff that you should have watched, but you didn't because you didn't think it would be in your wheelhouse, but now you have a chance. Go hog wild. Oh, come on, guys. Just let me on. There we go. Whoop. Really? Can I not? Oh, come on. Are they not? Okay, they are. Yeah, that's another one I've heard very good things about. Like, aesthetically, I think it goes right into your wheelhouse. Right off the bat, right? Why is this, like, retarget system? There we go. Like, it was refusing to target literally any of the enemies that I actually wanted to target. It was giving me nothing but, like, the doors, and I don't know why those were, like, designated priority targets. Yeah, she really does have, like, gigantic green eyes. Which, I mean, kind of makes sense. Eyes are the windows to the soul, magic. It's a whole thing. I despise this, I despise this, I despise this. Yep. Alright, fine. You guys asked for it. They demanded blood be paid. It will be paid. Come on, really? Again with the lock-on being, like, completely worthless. Magnet hands. Yeah, no one looks like that. I mean, it makes it clear who, like, the main character... Like, you can take that as a negative is the problem. It's main character look, right? Everything has it. Or, like, a version of it. Yeah. What do you mean I'm not the main character? I have bright pastel green hair, right? feel like being the only anthropomorphic any animal would automatically make you the main character. They are not gonna let that go. You know? Like, that's a given at that point. Okay, which version of Ava? Number one, which version of Ava? And I really wish Girl with No Name was here right now, because Ava's... She likes Ava. She really likes Ava. Anyway. Any of it? Okay, so that's a bit of a problem. Because the movies are good. Well, one of them kind of sucks, but the other three balance it out very well. So right off the bat, that's weird. Then there's, you know, the original series. And I don't mean the bastardization on Netflix that does not have Fly Me to the Moon as the ending track. That is integral to the story. Don't take that away from us. I am only half kidding about that being integral. The series has its own issues. The intro, great. The original ending, great. The characters, awful. You will learn to hate a lot of those characters really quickly. Like on sight type of thing. Damn it, Jack. So, Oz, here's what I mean. Like, you actually just kind of immediately proved my point. That list of people who didn't, like, ruin his life is so short that I think I'd actually be able to, like, count them off on one hand. There is no positive influence in his life, period. All he gets is depression. That's all he gets, ever. His mom's dead. It's not even a spoiler. Treating his mother as being dead as like a spoiler is basically the same energy as, hey, guess what? Spoilers, Batman's parents don't get attached. Okay. good or bad list, do you both want me to give you the answer to that? Which, on its own, me asking that question should tell you something. Alright, so I won't tell you about the mom. Basically, everything about his parentage is, like, danger zone. Like, there's basically nothing I can really tell you about his relationship with people in general that, you know, would count as anything other than a spoiler. I couldn't move. I can't move. My controller died. Yeah, I can't move. And now it's working again. It died just enough to get me killed. Can you believe that? How insane is that? Unhinged behavior. Really? Dude? Coming out of nowhere to, like, just snipe me in the back of the skull. Again. Hate these guys. I've always hated these guys. Yeah, little extra drama. I don't need that right now, is the problem. Like, I don't even know how it happened. Like, it's plugged directly into my PC. So it's not like it ran out of battery or, you know, it got unsynced. It's directly connected to the PC. So the only thing that could have possibly happened is it decided to stop working. Yeah, it totally chose violence. Like 100% that's what happened. Ether. Examine. These clips, man, I'm not doing that on purpose. Yeah, I did hear about the Guilty Gear anime coming out soon. I also heard about the potential remake for Persona 4. That I hope to God is called Recut or something. Like, that just seems like it'd be too good to not have it be called that. The game. Whoa. Gravity almost got me that time. The animation already technically did get a remake and it sucked. Like, it was bad. It was the golden. That's the version I'm talking about. It was not great. Got announced, like, I think a couple days ago. Something like that. Oh my god, they put me all the way back here. I forgot about that. No, I think they revealed, like, a straight-up key art for it. I think that's what I saw, anyway. I do because I'm a psychopath. I keep up with it mainly because of the fact that I keep up with it with not the same amount of fervor, but similar amounts of fervor to Kingdom Hearts news. Because I love those games. Those games are good. They all have problems, of course. But, you know, it's kind of just what you deal with when you're making an interactive thing, period. Nothing's without problems. Oh, absolutely. I've been enjoying the hell out of Monster Hunter Wilds. That game is really fun. Yeah, you did say that the brain worms almost got you into it. It's rough, though. If you're playing alone, it's still fun, but it's significantly less fun. So I don't know how the hell I lost that, considering the fact that I got Genie off after, you know, the power-up. But apparently, no, I didn't. Just die. I'm glad I brought both of you with me.
You can do it. Come on.
Yeah, that would... Monster Hunter Wilds would 100% get in the way of that. Just like Marvel Rivals does. I'm hopelessly, like, addicted at this point, man. I love that game. I love both of those games.
You can do it. Come on.
Fire!
Yeah, there you go. That's how you think about it. You finished 4 books. Keep it positive. This fight is another one that's not that fun, but it at least has answers. And the big problem with it is the fact that every time you lose, you have to go back to the beginning. That is the biggest problem with this, like, whole scenario. It's not that, you know, the enemies are hard. It's that if you lose at any point, right back to the beginning. Seriously, I love how in an attempt to get away from fighting, just so that I can get back to the fight that I lost, I ended up falling right into fighting more of the enemies I tried to escape. Yeah, the Iliad can be pretty rough. I enjoyed the Odyssey, but you know, how are you with classic lit? Because that's like the big one. If you're not a fan of classic literature, then that quickly turns into a exercise in frustration in a lot of different ways, right? Go. Yeah, that tends to happen with a lot of like Greek or Roman text. They categorize everything. So you'll just get, okay, Twitch, you can go right to hell with that. That is allowed. That is 100% allowed. Don't even try me with that. Because I'm familiar with Achilles and Patroclus. Wow, I am tired and it's catching up with me. But yeah. Really? I'm gonna die the second this fight starts because that guy got a lucky shot. I just know it. Yep. The second I walked in. Before I even got a chance to walk in, actually. Wait, now I get to start here? Is it because the bathtub technically loaded me into that exact spot? Because if that's the case, then technically speaking, I could... No, that wouldn't work. Yeah, translators can also be really important. I remember one of my professors told an amazing story where when he was in school, the translator of the edition they were using was his professor, which led to a really awkward set of conversations. Yeah, you told me about that at one point. That's the mark of a very bad translator. Don't start your thing off with like a 14-page essay about how your translation is the best and how every other one deserves to like rot. That's not how you make a good name for yourself. That's how you make enemies in anything, really. So yeah, that's not great. That's asking for trouble is what that is. Alright, lock, shock, and barrel, I'm coming for you. To die, again, probably, but, you know, who knows. Yeah. Well, I'm friends with a couple of people in, like, the classics department. They're not that bad. Not even close. So I don't know how they work. I do not know how they work. I don't know if when they quote-unquote get like knocked out or dizzied, if you hit them again, does that like turn them back on, basically? Does that bring them back to life? Because if so, that's bad. Yeah. I know that this is going to sound crazy and controversial, but we've come a long way in the last 130 years. Maybe this translation isn't the best anymore. call me nuts, but you know.
Fire!
Feel free to say that that's like just my opinion, man, or something, because like. But they're bragging from beyond the grave. I hate it when the ghosts of my past do that. Just brag from beyond the grave. It's very rude of them.
Get me straight.
There's like no room in the room to actually do anything. So the second I try to dodge anything, I fall into 2 other attacks and instantly die. Oh, you'll see plenty of differences. Like, that'll happen like every single time. Whether or not you're actively looking for them, you'll find them. Yeah. Old Horse is a, shows up a decent chunk. Of the time. Basically morphed into the modern day Britishism of like old boy or old sport type of thing. It just sounds funny, so people treat it as funny. Yeah. I'm of the opinion that, yeah. I'm of the opinion that the best translations are the ones that try to keep their biases as far away from it as possible. But that's basically impossible. Like,
Feels so good.
yeah, that's... You basically can't do that. Like, a lot of the information we have in the first place is already kind of fragmented. So we do the best with what we've got, but it's one of those things that you just learn to accept that bias will seep in because we are missing a lot of parts of the narrative in the first place, right? Oh yeah, no, those two were 100% together. Like, there's no ifs, ands, or buts about that. They were 100%, I don't know how I missed that jump. They were 100% an item. Really? So I'm gonna give it one more try. And then unfortunately, I'm going to have to call it a night. Because I feel I'm hitting that point of frustration where if I continue, I'm just going to end up getting worse and worse and worse. So I'm hoping that I can do something with this shot, but who knows? Let's go. All right, how about one more? I'll do one more past this one, because that seems a little unfair. That seems a little unfair to all of the everyone who tuned in, right? I'm not gonna leave you on that one. I want to at least get like a summon out. And respawn. Oh no. Alright. So I'm gonna, before that, for this last try, this actual last try, who am I summoning? Because I've tried Genie, and I don't think it's gonna work. Like, call me crazy. I think Genie has failed me and it won't work in that room. Bambi would not help. Unfortunately, Bambi would not help. Bambi's great in literally anything that's not a level 1 run. Because Bambi lets you basically makes you immortal and lets you heal over and over and over again. And like cast area of effect magic. But in a level 1 run, we don't last long enough, typically speaking, to require healing, you know? It's either we win instantly or we die in seconds. So Bambi is not the best choice. I have not tried Simba yet. I wanted to, and then I instinctively went to Genie. Like, Simba might work, because it's a confined room. I'm gonna be able to get, like, at least 2 charges out of him. But the problem with Simba is I have to stay still when I'm doing the charge. So I'll try Simba, and hopefully it'll work, but who knows, right? Alright. Let's rock it. Her pointy hat has an extended hitbox, which killed me. No, Simba might in fact have been the answer. I mean, not Bambi. Dumbo could possibly work. But I think that, you know, for now we're going to call it a day. Because I have officially hit point of frustration. I have officially hit that point where any other attempts that I go for are just going to keep getting worse, and I'm just going to keep making mistakes. So for now, that's going to be the end of it. I'll see you guys on Tuesday, and I hope you all have a good night. Later.